Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through some player props I like on Prizepicks for today's NBA slate on Thursday, June the 19th. We got Game 6 of the NBA Finals on Thursday night, and I've got two early player props that I do like for this game, taking a first look at the board on Wednesday night. Two plays, we're going to break these down, share why I like them. Now, before we do get started, guys, make sure that you hit that like button down below. If you enjoy these Prizepicks videos, hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to the channel, if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, be sure to go sign up. Use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code and play $5. You're going to get $50 in lineups instantly added to your account. So Prizepicks is going to give you $50 worth of free lineups that you can use to then play, hopefully win some money off those lineups, and then start to build up your bankroll on Prizepicks. So check them out, guys. Sign up, and again, use that promo code NOAH when you go sign up for Prizepicks. And then I do also want to shout out Sleeper because we do have a partnership with Sleeper as well. You can download the Sleeper app, sign up, use code NOAH, and when you make a deposit, you will get your first deposit matched up to $100. So whatever you put in on that first deposit, Sleeper will match it up to $100. If you do want to put in $100, they will give you an additional $100 to play with. So this is an easy way to get your bankroll built up on Sleeper. Use the money that they give you, those bonus funds, off that first deposit, and hopefully win some money off of those bonus funds. And then that money that you win is credit that you can withdraw, or you can continue to play with it, continue to try and build up that bankroll over on Sleeper. But if you guys don't have an account over on Sleeper, again, download the app on the App Store, sign up, use that promo code NOAH, so that way you do get your first deposit matched up to $100. But let's go ahead and talk about some Prizepicks plays, guys, that I do like for today on Thursday. Now, I do want to recap our plays from our last video, which was on Monday for Game 5. So we gave out two picks Monday, and we went 2-0. So we hit both of our plays for Monday. Hopefully you guys did tail. We took TJ McConnell over 7.5 first half fantasy score, which cashed relatively sweat-free. McConnell, I think, had like 12 fantasy points in the first half. And then we took Lou Dort and Miles Turner to combine for over 3.5 three-pointers made. That one was definitely a little bit more sweaty because it was not looking good. Like after the first quarter, both guys had not made any threes. And then like late in the second quarter, I think they actually made 2 threes in the second quarter. Or maybe, no, I think at halftime, I want to say maybe, I don't even think they had any at halftime. I think they had 0 at halftime. And I want to say in the third quarter, they both made a 3 like back-to-back. So then we needed 2 of them, 2 more threes, and I'm pretty sure Lou Dort made 2 more threes because I think Lou Dort made 3 threes and then Miles Turner made 1. But we got 4 threes from both guys, which cashed the play. So hopefully you guys did tail, hit both of our plays for NBA on Monday. And then it's been a really good MLB run. Hopefully you guys have been tailing the MLB plays. Gave out 3 picks on Tuesday, went 3-0. Gave out 3 picks on Wednesday, went 3-0. So this week starting Monday, we've given out 8 plays and we've hit 8 straight plays. We're 8-0 this week. It's been a great run. It's been a great start to the week. Hopefully we can keep it going here into this game on Thursday night and keep this run going. Hopefully you guys have been tailing and making some money with us. And yes, let's try and keep it going, guys. So we got 2 plays here for Game 6. Let's go ahead and break them down. So the first prop that I do like for tonight, both the props I like for this game, they are going to be fantasy score props. So if you're new to Prizepicks, if you don't know how fantasy score works, just click scoring chart, scroll down, and you can see how fantasy points are calculated. It is very self-explanatory. For every point a player gets, you get 1 point. For every rebound they get, you get 1.2 points. For every assist they get, you get 1.5. And then blocks and steals are worth 3 points each. And then if you have a turnover, you do lose a point for a turnover. But looking at fantasy score, there's a couple fantasy score props I do like for this game. Both these lines actually got bumped half a point right before I started recording this video, which is kind of annoying. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. But I think we're still getting some value on these plays. So the first one that I like is Alex Caruso. We're going to take him for more than 24.5 fantasy score. So Alex Caruso has been really, really good in this series. He's gone over this fantasy score line in 3 out of 5 games. You look at the 2 games he went under. I mean, he barely went under. He had 23.1, and then he had 21.4. And if you look at last game, Caruso had 21.4 fantasy last game, and he only had 2 points. He had 2 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists, but he had 4 steals and 1 block. And that's something that Alex Caruso can do. He can rack up those steals and blocks. He's just a player that can do everything when he's on the floor. And when you're taking fantasy score, you obviously want players that can give you stats outside of just scoring. because even if Caruso's not making shots, he can still go out there and grab some rebounds, get some assists. He can also rack up steals and blocks, and those steals and blocks are huge for fantasy score because again you get 3 points for each of those. But if we look at Caruso this season with the Thunder, he has been a guy that typically averages about a fantasy point per minute when he's on the floor. In the regular season, he averaged 1.05 fantasy points per minute. So far in the playoffs, he has averaged 0.95 fantasy points per minute. So he's kind of been around that 1 fantasy point per minute number. And if we look at his minutes so far in this series, he's been playing close to 30 minutes every night. 28 minutes in game 1, 27 minutes in game 2, 32 minutes in game 3, 30 minutes in game 4, 29 minutes in game 5. So he's been between 27 and 32 minutes every game in this series. I think more times than not, we're going to see Caruso play about 29 to 30 minutes. Caruso did not play a lot in the regular season. He only averaged 19 minutes per game in the regular season. But they really, kind of managed Caruso during the regular season so that they could, kind of unleash him in the playoffs. Because this is when you need your best players on the floor. Obviously, Caruso is, the best. He's one of the better players on this Thunder team. He's just super valuable because he's so good defensively. He's a guy that can knock down threes as well. He's one of these guys that you just want on your team. He's like a Derek White. I'm sure there's other guys too, like guys that they don't show up on the box score. Like Caruso's not going to go out there and score 30 points off the bench. I mean, maybe he could one day, but most likely not. Like he's going to go out there and just do the dirty work. He's going to box out. He's going to rebound. He's going to defend. He's going to do what you need to win basketball games. So Caruso is super valuable for this Thunder team. Even coming off the bench, he's still probably going to play about 30 minutes, maybe more than that. He's been getting a lot of minutes so far in the finals. He's been getting more minutes in the finals compared to what he was playing earlier in the postseason. And with this game going back to Indiana, I think that makes it more likely this game is competitive. We have seen so far in the 2 games in Indiana, I'm pretty sure both those games were competitive. Yeah, game 2 in Indiana, let's see. Let me see. Game 3 and Game 4. So games 3 and 4. Game 3 in Indiana was a 9-point game. Game 4 was a 7-point game. So they've been relatively competitive games in Indiana. I think, with the Pacers playing at home, that makes it more likely this game is competitive. I think we get about 28 to 30 minutes here from Alex Caruso. If he plays 28 to 30 minutes, I feel like he goes over 24.5 fantasy score more times than not. And if you look so far in the playoffs, when Caruso has played at least 26 minutes, I believe he's gone over this fantasy score line, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I think 7 out of 11 games playing at least 26 minutes, he has gone over this line. 7 out of 11. And one of the games he went under, he went under by 0.5. Another game he went under by 2 points. So another game he went under by 1.5. So most of the games, where he's gone under, it's kind of been barely going under. But 7 out of 11 games, he's gone over this fantasy score line when playing at least 26 minutes. And when playing at least 30 minutes, he's over in 2 out of 3 games, playing at least 30 minutes. So far in the series, again, he's over in 3 out of 5 games. 2 games he went under, he barely went under. Just think this line's a little bit low on Caruso if we assume he's playing close to 30 minutes here. So I do like him for more than 24.5 fantasy score. And we're going to pair that with Aaron Nesmith for more than 20.5 fantasy score. So this was a prop that I actually gave out in my Patreon last game. The line was at 20 last game. It's at 20.5 today, but I still like it at 20.5. I think this line's too low on Aaron Nesmith. In this series, he's only gone over this line in 3 out of 5 games. The 2 games he went under, you can see one game he didn't go under by much, only 2 fantasy points. The other game he had 15.4. But if we look at Aaron Nesmith so far in this series, he's another guy that's just been really valuable for the Pacers because he's one of these guys that can defend really well. He can knock down threes. His three-point shooting in the playoffs has been really good. His three-point shooting, I think in the regular season, Nesmith shot from 3. He shot 43% from 3 in the regular season. So far in the playoffs, he's shooting 50% from 3. Obviously, 50% from 3 is definitely not sustainable. But when a guy's making threes like Aaron Nesmith has, you kind of have to keep him on the floor. And he can also defend as well. Like, he's not a defensive liability. Sometimes guys in the postseason, especially like in the finals when, it's the best teams going up against each other. Sometimes guys can get played off the floor if they're not defending well or if they're a defensive liability, but we don't really have to worry about that with a guy like Aaron Nesmith because he's a really good defender. He's a good three-point shooter. He's also been really good on the boards so far in the playoffs. He's averaging almost 6 rebounds per game this postseason, which is up compared to what he averaged in the regular season. He only averaged about 4 rebounds per game in the regular season, so he's been rebounding the ball really well too. And he's a guy that can get some defensive stats. I think last game he did have a steal. I want to say he's had a steal or block in most of their playoff games so far. I mean, there's been a couple games where he didn't get any steals or blocks, but a large majority of their playoff games, he's had at least 1 steal or block. So he's a guy that can also get some defensive stats too. And he's another guy that's just productive. He can be productive when he gets minutes. He's not like an elite point per minute guy, but obviously with his fantasy score line being at 20.5, we don't need him to go out there and have a triple-double. I mean, if he scores like 10 points, gets 4 rebounds, maybe gets 1 assist or 2, maybe gets a steal or a block, like that's probably going to be enough for him to go over 20.5 fantasy score. And if we look so far in the playoffs, this is a line that he has gone over in a large majority of games. So far in the playoffs, I want to say he's over this line in all but I think 6 games. And I think they've played like almost 20 games this postseason. So he's been over this line in a large majority of his playoff games. If you look at his minutes in this series, so he's only topped out at 30 minutes in this series, but he played 31 minutes in game 1, then only 26 minutes, then 22 minutes, then he got back up to 30 minutes, and then last game 25 minutes. But I want to say some of the games where his minutes got cut down a little bit were because he was in some foul trouble, and that has been an issue for Nesmith. He has 2 of their last 3 games he has fouled out, and then last game I think he had 5 fouls. Foul trouble's been an issue for him, but foul trouble is something that's really, really hard to predict. Even, guys like Jaren Jackson Jr., Karl-Anthony Towns, even these guys who foul a lot, you really can't predict when they're going to get in foul trouble. It's just kind of random at this point. So I can't, for sure say, yep, Nesmith's going to get in foul trouble tonight because we just don't know. I think more times than not, you bet on a guy staying out of foul trouble. And when Nesmith stays out of foul trouble, I think he's probably playing about 30 minutes, close to that mark. And if we look so far in the playoffs, when Nesmith has played at least, when he's played at least 27 minutes or 26 minutes, he's gone over this fantasy score line in a large majority of games. Or actually, we can take a look at when he's played at least 25 minutes. So when he's played at least 25 minutes this postseason, he is over this line in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So he's played 17 games with at least 25 minutes. He is over this line in all but 1, 2, that's it, all but 2 games. So, 15 out of 17 games with at least 25 minutes, he is over this line. In the 2 games he went under, he had 18.8 and he had 17.2. The game he had 18.8, he shot 5 for 12, so he didn't shoot the ball very well. The game he had 17.2, he shot 3 for 7, not great either. So, more times than not, when we get like 25 minutes from Aaron Nesmith or 25 to 30 minutes, I can bet on him putting up 20.5 fantasy score. Also, playing at home, I think it's more likely these role players, a guy like Aaron Nesmith, typically can play a little bit better at home, kind of thriving off the home crowd. So I do like this prop a lot. It took this last game at cash for me. I'm going to take it again today, like Aaron Nesmith, over 20.5 fantasy score. So we got 2 props here for Game 6 on Thursday night. Let's see if we can hit both these plays and keep this run going, guys. It's been a perfect week so far. Hopefully don't jinx anything, but 2-0 on our 2 plays Monday, 3-0 on our 3 MLB plays Tuesday, 3-0 on our 3 MLB plays on Wednesday. Now we got 2 NBA plays for Thursday, and let's see if we can go 2-0 here. So let's try and keep it rolling, guys. Appreciate your support. Appreciate you guys watching these Prizepicks videos. As always, if you do enjoy these videos, just hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to the channel and if you are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have a Prizepicks account, make sure to sign up. Use that promo code NOAH. When you do sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code, place your first $5 lineup. Prizepicks is going to give you $50 worth of free lineups that you can then use to play with and hopefully win some money off of and start to build up that bankroll over on Prizepicks. But good luck, guys. Let's win some money tonight. Let's keep this heater going, and I'll see you guys in the next video.